Hello, everyone, and welcome back. As always, I'm your girl, Candy Washington. And for today's Kiki, we are going to be diving into new allegations against Erika Jayne. They're not new, but there's a spin on it. There's more information around it. There are other lawyers clapping back. And also, the California Bar Association has come out and said, our bad. This is how we enabled Tom Girardi and his schemes and his scams. It's our bad. It's on us. But before we dive in, you know what to do. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend because a Kiki is always better with community. Check out our description box down below and shop our love collection. So with that, let's dive right on in. So this is according to Reality Blurb, you guys. We'll go through the article and then we'll talk about it, okay? We'll talk about it. And hello to all my beautiful candy canes. All right. It says, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Erika Jayne accused of committing a crime by Tom's bankruptcy trustee over the $750,000 earrings, okay? Dun, 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 dun. As the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills cast members attempts to regain possession of a pair of $750,000 earrings, which were purchased by sorry, you guys, which were purchased for her by Thomas in 2007 with funds meant for former clients. So these are stolen funds. This is blood money and are now worth an estimated $1.4 million. Lawyers are opposing her appeal in hopes of moving forward with an auction set for December. Thomas V. Girardi is a disgraced and disbarred attorney who embezzled millions of dollars from settlement funds deposited in his law firm's client trust accounts over a span of years. The trustee began in a filing obtained by Radar Online on November 1st, okay? Mrs. Girardi, this is Erika, has neither a legal nor equitable claim to the earrings and therefore lacks standing to assert her claim. Basically, they're saying, Erika, legally, these are not your earrings, and morally, sweetheart, these are not your earrings. According to the trustee, Erika's ongoing fight for the earrings is a crime. Okay, so her continuously fighting, giving the earrings back is a crime. Don't forget, we saw during the Aspen trip. Remember when Erika lost her mind and she was like, I don't give a damn about anybody but me. Oh, the alleged victims. Were there any victims? Oh, let the law decide, blah, 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 blah. If a judge says I have to give the earrings back, then I'll give the earrings back. And then the judge said, oh, sweetheart, you have to give the earrings back. And what did she do? She appealed, didn't want to give the earrings back. We're appealing for legal reasons. No, you're appealing because you are a greedy, evil person. And now the trustees are coming out and saying her, tightening up the legal system is a crime, as it should be. It continues and says, quote, her refusal to return over the stolen property upon demand when told of its status is a crime, freshly committed under California's Penal Code 496A and under 496C, subjects her to treble damage civil liability, they stated, proceeding to accuse Erika of attempting to keep the jury to, quote, maintain her rich and famous lifestyle and also her delusion of grandeur, okay? The trustee wants the earrings to be sold off at the December 7th auction so that he can repay the many victims Thomas has ripped off over the past several years, many of whom have filed lawsuits against both him and Erika, accusing them of using their settlement funds from past lawsuits to sustain their lifestyle. So basically, Tom was running this huge Ponzi scheme. He was robbing Peter to pay Paul. You know, he would be taking the client's money from this, and then he'd pay off people over here. Then he'd take these people money and pay them off over here. He was running one of the largest Ponzi schemes. All of Thomas Girardi's cases is one of the largest federal criminal cases in California history. That is how long and how deep this goes. Here is the trustee's response. Oh, wait, hold on. While a higher court has yet to rule on the matter, attorney Ronald Richards has offered additional insights on Twitter. And I believe I have what he said. Okay, so this is what Ronald Richards says, okay? He says, here's the trustee's response brief for @Erika Jayne earrings appeal. It is a hard-hitting brief accusing Erika of committing a crime by failing to immediately turn over the earrings. Here is the brief below. Now, Ronald went out there and he, posted the link to the brief and all that. So if you guys want to go actually read the brief, go follow Ron Richards. He's posting it. But yeah, again, she's being accused of this crime because she's not handing over the earrings when she legally is bound to and is holding up the whole situation. Ronald then posted a quote from the filing and shaded the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills castmate for using money from her benefactor to appeal the matter, even though the proceedings are ongoing. Now, this is my opinion on this one, guys. When they say her benefactor, I think it was a contingency plan, okay? I think it was a contingency plan. I think that Erika Jayne knew that what Tom Girardi was doing was fraudulent. I think she knew he was a criminal and a crook, and she didn't care. As long as she got the money, she didn't care. As we know, Tom Girardi is a very intelligent criminal. He is a smart man. I think it was all his contingency plans. I think once they really started being sued, once the subpoena started flowing, they set up that Wells Fargo account in Florida. And so what the article is saying, the benefactor has been supplying her with money for legal fees in order to fight to get the earrings back. I think that was all a part of the contingency plan, because don't forget, it was out there that Erika has received over $500,000 since all of the lawsuit happened from this quote benefactor, who is Tom Girardi's friend and is Erika Jayne's friend. I think his name is like Richard Lewis or something like that. He's also a big time lawyer, and he's been friends with Tom Girardi, and he's been friends with Erika Jayne. And the moment the crap hit the fan, the moment the S hit the fan, they got together. They went to Wells Fargo in Florida. They opened up this bank account, and he has been funneling money to that account that Erika Jayne has access to. That's the money she's been using for the lawyers. That's the money she's been using for her lifestyle X, Y, and Z. So to me, that says they had a contingency plan. They knew that one day they could be, facing trial. They could be facing all that. If you have one contingency plan, you have another contingency plan. That's why I always say Erika does not act like a woman who is actually poor, who is actually destitute, who is actually worried about where her next paycheck or where her money is coming from. To me, Erika is acting like a woman who is acting like she's destitute. But you're not destitute when you had this piggy bank of over $500,000 that you've been able to dip into for anything you want, from legal fees to your lifestyle. That's not a quote wife in ruins. That's the wife of a criminal. And that criminal, unfortunately, used his genius for bad. So if you have that one contingency plan, you have another one. I think that there's more offshore accounts. I think that there are more benefactors out there. I think that there are more bank accounts that she is able to tap into, right? I think her whole hair extension line, I think that's a front. Oh, I'm making all this money from the extension lines. Girl, no, you're not. But that's a way to say that's where the money's coming from, right? We already know they're capable of fraud. We already know that. So I think Erika knows where a lot of the money is. Okay. Now let's get back to the article. Okay. Here is one main brief argument. The sale is to take place on December 7th, 2022. The unstayed authorization of the unstayed sale renders Ms. Girardi's appeal moot. Sale ordered below, he tweeted. Why is Erika Jayne taking money from her benefactor to pay for this appeal without a stay? Makes no sense. Dun, 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 dun. Erika has maintained her innocence throughout the ongoing proceedings against Thomas. Hot mess, hot mess, hot mess. Now, let's get into what they're saying about, what's his face, what they're saying about Tom Girardi, because I believe the California bar came out about how he wasn't disbarred, even though they had all this, stuff against him. So this is according to page 6, okay? Tom Girardi wasn't disbarred despite hundreds of complaints filed against him. The State Bar of California is admitting to serious failures. You think, see, this is how you can be someone who runs these criminal organized crimes in our faces for decades because the organizations who are set up to check these people are corrupt. If the organization who is there to check you, you're paying them on the back end, you have all this power, that's not really being checked. It's like Diana trying to do the investigation into the bots. Sweetheart, you're suspect number 1. Anyway, okay. The State Bar of California is admitting to serious failures within their governing system by overlooking hundreds of complaints filed against disbarred lawyer Tom Girardi. The handling of the Girardi matters brought to light serious failures in the State Bar's attorney discipline system, failures that have been contributed to the lack of confidence in the State Bar's ability to carry out our core responsibility of protecting the public. Chairperson Ruben Duran wrote on behalf of the State Bar's Board of Trustees in a letter obtained by page 6 on Thursday. Duran continued that there's no excuse for their handling of Girardi. He caused irreparable harm to hundreds of his clients, and the State Bar could have done more to protect the public. If the State Bar actually did their job, he would have been stopped years ago. Tom Girardi is like, in his early 80s? He has been doing this for decades upon decades upon decades upon decades. He was a still practicing lawyer when he went to the elderly home. He got disbarred while he was in the elderly home. So literally, he was still a lawyer when he was like 80 something. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Okay. Let's get back to it, you guys. Let's get back to it. So, he caused, we can never allow something like this to happen again. Alongside the letter, the State Bar of California released details about 205 complaints stating that 120 related to client trust accounts violations, and the rest pertain to allegations ranging from failure to communicate with clients, failure to perform, misrepresentations to courts and clients, among other errors. Side note, you guys, don't forget, and I'm going to say allegedly, don't forget, allegedly, how Erika Jayne actually got on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Okay, here's some tea. If you haven't heard it yet, let me tell you now. So allegedly, we all know that Bravo is owned by NBC Universal, okay? NBC Universal has lots of, other stations, TV shows, whatever, X, Y, and Z. Allegedly, there were these 2 writers and producers who had some reality ghost show or something like that. And they pitched it to the executives at NBC Universal. Those executives were like, oh, we're going to pass on your show. But then they turned around and they stole their show. Unfortunately, this happens a lot in the entertainment industry and the music industry, where the big fish will steal from the little fish. So then these two writers and producers wanted to sue NBC for copyright infringement. They're like, hey, this was our idea. This was our show. We pitched it to you in good faith. You said no, and then you stole it. And now you're doing the version of our show without us. That's like, you can't do that. That's copyright infringement. That's not right. They hired Tom Girardi to represent them. Okay. Allegedly, this is what went down. Tom Girardi went to the powers that be at NBC and was like, hey, listen, my wife really wants to be on this show. I know that you own the network that has the show. If I make this little copyright, ooh, that was my phone. Sorry, you guys. If I make my little copyright lawsuit against you go away, do you think you could get my wife on your show? I scratch your back, you scratch my back. Allegedly, that's the real story on how Erika Jayne got on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Now, I say alleged, but all you have to do is a little Googling. Let me get my phone. I say alleged, but all you have to do is a little Googling, because these writers and producers, they came out themselves to tell their story, because they were like, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense. All of a sudden, our lawsuit just, went nowhere, hit a dead end, was dismissed. We don't know what happened to it. Our lawyer's just like, oh, it's not going to happen. Around the same exact time that Erika got hired. That's another reason why people are saying, is this why NBC and Bravo tends to protect Erika? You know what I mean? She's very protected. She thinks she has it hard, but she really doesn't. Everything that has been happening, girl, you don't have it hard. Get out of here. So given Tom Girardi's connections, given how much he's done, I'm inclined to personally believe that story. Again, it's alleged, but I'm inclined to believe it. Okay, let's get back to it. And 120 related to client trust accounts violations. So that's important. Client trust account violations means that 120 complaints were stating that he was essentially stealing from them. So the client trust is the account that has their money, their funds, their settlement. And they were complaining that he was doing violations against that. So logic would dictate all of those complaints were saying that they were stealing from them, not giving them their money, not handling correctly, not all of that stuff, everything that he's been accused of. The agency also noted that 3 of those complaints were ones that led to Girardi's actual disbarment. He was suspended from practicing law in California in March 2021. That's what I'm saying. He was only suspended last year. This man who had over 200 complaints against him was only suspended last year. And mind you, he's been saying he has dementia, he has Alzheimer's, he's forgetful, blah, blah, blah. All that time, he was still legally allowed to practice law. A mess. Corruption. Okay? But he was officially disbarred in July of 2022. So he was officially disbarred 5 months ago. July, August, September, October, November. 5 months ago. So him, Thomas Girardi, was still legally a lawyer up until 5 months ago. That is how corrupt this situation is. And I've said this, and I'll say it again. I'm concerned that Erika will not get a fair trial. And by a fair, and usually people say a fair trial, they think it's because that there is going to be a bias against them. I mean a fair trial that I think that there's going to be a bias for her. Because again, you have to remember, Tom Girardi ran this scheme for decades upon decades upon decades. He had executives in his pocket. He had politicians in his pocket. He had the power to appoint judges. He had lawyers in his pocket. Remember, he was doing state bar exams and all of that stuff, taking the test for lawyers and all of this. He had, I'm probably guessing, probably law enforcement in his pocket. I don't know. And when you have that many people that you've done favor for, that you've scratched the back of, that you've given money to. His mistress was a federal judge. He paid for her college or her law school or whatever it was. You see what I'm saying? How deep this goes? So if you are trying someone in the state where their husband had such deep corruption in the judicial system, in the legislative system, in the legal system, in the all of the systems, what if you get a judge that he scratched that person's back 5 years ago? What if you get a judge where he was the one who appointed that person in their seat? What if you get a judge that he gave, X amount of money to their campaign under the table? Do you see what I'm saying? Where it's like it's so insidious and it's been so corrupt for so long, where it's the people who are in the power to decide over these cases are the same exact people who were the ones who allowed the corruption and benefited from the corruption in the first place. And that is what is so scary. Is the lawyer, is the people doing the law, are the executives, are the clerks, whoever the people are in these situations, how do you know that they weren't in the past paid off, given a favor to, back scratched by Tom Girardi, and they don't want their business coming out? That's why the mistress went in quote early retirement. I think after a couple years she'll probably go back, right? Because she was like, hey, this isn't a good look. Let me take a couple of years off, let the dust settle so I don't get disbarred like him and X, Y, and Z. I want to stay out of it, right? So I don't know. I'm just concerned that the corruption has run so deep and so wide. How do you know that these people will be impartial? How do you know that these people will not be biased because they're trying to protect themselves? Think about the Jeffrey Epstein case. We haven't seen a single one of his clients face the judicial system. We haven't, sure, his little black book is leaked out, but what about the tapes he had? What about the footage he had? What about all the things that he had to blackmail, politicians and A-list actors and executives and rich people and the business guys and the socialites? What about all of that stuff? That just quietly went away because the people that he had stuff on were rich and powerful. And the people that Tom Girardi had stuff on and was scheming with and had the corruption with are rich and powerful. So that's where my concern is with all of this. You know what I'm saying? That's where my concern is with all of this. But I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. Do you think that Erika Jayne will see any type of, legal action against her? Like the bankruptcy trustee is coming out. They're saying she's committing more crimes, not giving over the earrings, trying to use her benefactor's money to do all these appeals and hold up everything. That is, a crime. That's what they're saying. Do you think she's actually going to be held accountable for that? Do you think that she can actually get an impartial trial in the state of California when the state of California is what Tom Girardi corrupted? It's literally the biggest, I believe it's the biggest, if it's not the biggest, it's one of the biggest fraud criminal cases, civil cases, whatever you want to call it, in California history. Is she going to actually be able to get people that are impartial, who haven't been in some way, shape, or form touched by Tom Girardi? Put it down below. What do you guys think? And then what do you think about the California State Bar? Do you think it's too little, too late? They had over 200 complaints about this man, and yet they still let him run his Ponzi scheme. Do you think they were paid off? Do you think that they were in his pocket? Put it down below. What do you guys think? Candy Canes, stay in the chat for the live. If you want, I'm going to do a quick outro for anybody catching this on the replay. But after that, I will go through some of your Candy Cane comments. So as always, comment down below and be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend because a kiki is always better with community. And check out our description box down below and shop our love collection. With that, you guys, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Now, let's get into some of our candy cane comments. All right, you guys. I'm just going to randomly start somewhere and then we'll get into it. Hey, Brene Bell. Hi, Candy. Happy to catch you live. Yes, sweetheart. What is up? Hey, Ray Deeply. Bubbles, I'll research it. It's a big thing with me. Okay. Hey, Deb. She goes, Mario Puzo was Girardi's BFF. The corruption runs deep. Hey, Caramel Kisses. From everything I have seen and heard, I've come to the realization that California is very corrupt, especially LA. Yes, maybe one day I'll do a story time, but I have my own stories about that. Hey, Bubbles. I can't say. I read something saying Erika's son wants nothing to do with her. Not sure how true it is, but it makes sense. He's probably pissed that she brought him up in the whole it rains in Pasadena and my son was driving and he flipped his car and he was there to like help Tom when Tom was beat up by the robbers, all that BS fake storyline. I'm sure he was pissed that his mom brought him into all that stuff. Hey, Miss T, rich people will keep each other's secrets. That part. Hey, read deeply. Exactly, Candy. Not one of them are being held responsible. 100%. But the secret is out, Miss D. Yes. Hey, Jersey Girl 18. Blood diamonds is what they literally are. 100%. And I believe Erika knew about everything as long as the money kept coming her way. She didn't care and still doesn't care about all these victims. That part. Hey, read deeply, but the secret is out. That's right. He. Hey, Jersey Girl 18. I think that the trial should not be held in California. I live in New Jersey and I see corruption every day. That's what I'm saying. It's like these Erika wins dismissals and Erika's blah, blah, blah. It's just like, first of all, Erika, you have about 100 cases against you. And what you've actually been dismissed on is a big nothing burger. But I'm concerned that just like how he was able to still have his law license until 5 months ago, it's just the corruption. It's too deep. Hey, Caramel Kisses. Oh, Candy, they can't. I get deep from New York police fraternity, Beyonce, and the list goes on. And it's allegedly tied to the R. Kelly case. Ooh, bloop. Hey, Bubbles, at Tiptoe, I would be, and would make sense how she acted when he was brought up, like she's using him for clout. Deb says, oh, I'm so disillusioned. Reed Deeply says, there's the rub. Hey, Gleena. She goes, so she should have gone from the show. Yeah, she should have been gone. She should have been gone from the show. She needs to be in jail. Because in my personal opinion, again, everything's a legend, rumor, and opinion-based. In my personal opinion, she knew he was a fraud. They had contingency plans for this. She didn't care. Bonnie to the Clyde. Hey, Brene Bell, legally and morally, not your damn earrings. That part. Hey, Chocolate Chunks. I love saying chocolate chunks. Hey, Bubbles, rich people overlook other rich folks until a fuss is made and then they try to be, oh, I never knew. That part, because Bethany Frankel even told it. Bethany Frankel told it how Andy knew about the Tom Girardi stuff and a lot of other people knew about the Tom Girardi stuff before it came to light. Hey, Deb, Lena, I think she owns the show now, LOL. Hey, Harriet, I think sooner or later she is getting criminal charges. Not the charges she deserves, but she has done too much not to get caught for anything, in my opinion. I think what's going to get Erika in the end will be the IRS. I think it's going to be the tax man cometh. I think that's what is going to really get her in the end, because usually in the end, it's usually the IRS who gets them. Or something like that, or whoever got Teresa Giudice and the IRS, whoever got is it Gotti with the IRS? I don't know, but I think it's going to be the IRS that in the end is going to be the one that's going to really get her. Hey, Sierra Content. To me, it's very obvious these judges were paid off from Tom scrapping money off his clients' settlements, allegedly. But yeah, it's so clear now. Exactly. He had, and this is something I personally don't understand. How does a lawyer have the power to appoint judges? Aren't judges above lawyers? I gotta look into that, because I've always heard that Tom had the power to appoint judges. And that's why he had a lot of judges in his pocket. And that's why a lot of judges would bow to him, because if they wanted to be a judge, hey, you know what I mean? Work with Tom Girardi, he'll get you your appointment. or if you want to stay a judge, But I would think that don't judges have more power than lawyers, right? Like, I don't get it. Deb says, bye, peace, bye, sweetheart. Galena is laughing. Hey, Miss T, Tom really had everyone in his pocket. That part. And don't forget, he was in that movie Aaron Brockovich was based on him. So this is the thing. Once you have the money and the influence and the power, and now you add fame to that, oh, he was Aaron Brockovich, played by Julia Roberts, the lawyer is based on Tom Girardi, then he really thought he could do no wrong. Money is such a currency. Fame is such a currency. It's crazy. Hey, Reese, Tom Girardi is part of a Jesuit crime ring. Reese, you be coming out here with these. Reese, you nuts. I love it. Hey, Reed Deeply, maybe they're all in each other's pockets. That's the thing. Once you start seeing, once the cracks start to show, you see how all the cracks are connected and how corrupt they all really are, and how you scratch my back, I'll scratch your back. I got this on you, you got this on me, blah, 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 blah. It's all so just insidious and corrupt and incestuous. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Hey, Deb, I'd like a story time on LAPD because I've known some stories. Yes. Hey, Miss T, Erika's son is probably ashamed of his mom and her actions. Yeah, don't forget, he's a cop. And this is the thing. Not all LAPD people are corrupt and bad. There are some really good cops. There's some good cops. There's some good judges. There's some good lawyers. There's good in everybody, but there's also corruption everywhere too. You know what I mean? And Miss T, you're right. Erika's son is a cop. So he's probably hella embarrassed about this. If you know what I mean? If he's one of the good guys, if he's not corrupt, he's going to be hella embarrassed. Reed Deeply says, same, Deb. LA Cancer says, LA have that pedophilia underground thing. Oh, stop it. Bubble says she slipped and said she doesn't care. Even when Kathy said that stuff wasn't hers, she still sat there, not a tear or excuse in sight. She doesn't give an S. No, she really doesn't. Cancer queen. Cancer queen. Hey, Deb. She goes, will it matter? The secret is out. The 1% never sees prison except Martha Stewart, and it was over $5,000. Someone hated her is all. Bloop. Hey, Reed Deeply, depends on his moral character, Miss T. He might just be like her. I mean, he was living there, Hey, Gleena, some people. Hey, Miss T, so what is the reason for the appeal? Is it legal reasons? Okay, so this is why I think that they didn't appeal. I'm not a lawyer, but let's just pretend I am. For YouTube, I'm a YouTube lawyer. This is what I think she meant by we're appealing for legal reasons. I think that she did not want the precedent set that if they can prove that the stuff she has, clothes, jewelry, handbags, shoes, cars, artwork, XYZ, was funded through the blood money, that she would legally be obliged to give it back. So the reason why she didn't want to give back these earrings, A, because obviously now they're $1.4 million and she needs the money and all of that stuff. She wants to keep it and she's delusional and evil. But B, for legal reasons, she doesn't want to set that precedent. Because once the precedent is set that anything we can say was really bought by that blood money, the precedent is there. Because in law, there's case studies and case law, the precedent, it happened in this case, therefore we can apply it to here. I think that they didn't want to set the precedent that she has to give the stuff back. So if she was able to win that appeal, then there would be no precedent that she has to give all the stuff back. So I think that's what their legal strategy was. However, morally and legally and ethically, it didn't belong to her, and it never did. My boyfriend can't go out there and rob a bank and then buy me something with the fake money, with the fraudulent money, with the stolen money, and then give it to me, and then I'll be like, I don't know what you're talking about. This is mine. He bought it for me. I'm pretty sure the feds would be like, and you're gonna bring it back because it was bought with stolen money. Nobody, whether the criminal or the non-criminal, is legally allowed to benefit from somebody's crime. That's why they say crime doesn't pay. You're not allowed to benefit from the crime. Also, with like life insurance, there's clauses in there where it's like, if I killed somebody for their life insurance money and then it turns out I was the killer, I'm not allowed to then legally have the life insurance money because I was the killer. Also with I don't know if it's every state, but isn't it if there's like the slasher clause or the slasher rule, where it's like, say I went out there and I killed someone and it was really high profile, and then I wrote a book about it. I'm not supposed to legally be able to get the proceeds from the book. Like, you're not supposed to be able to, financially gain from your crimes. It's just a hot mess. Gleena says, yes, jail. Hey, Jersey Girl 18, you should definitely be in jail, not in a reality show, living it up. And exactly. And like you said, she doesn't know what roughing it is. 100%. Hey, Vicky S., seeing her make it about the law and not about human suffering is pathetic and laughable, considering they flaunted the law for decades. 100%. And then she turned around and appealed it. So she was lying the entire time. Hey, Angie for Justice. Hey, Candy, I'm waiting for her to actually be held accountable for real. Me too. Me too. I think it's going to be the IRS, because the IRS, they're one corporation that they don't play. The only two certainties in life, death and taxes, right? Hey, ST, we know Erika is guilty. She has never once disparaged Tom, and it's when Crystal said, why aren't you more angry? I would be mad, or something like that. 100%. And she's still talking to him. Like, come on now. You're so, such a wife in ruin and so destitute. If you're such a wife in ruin, if you're so destitute, why are you still talking to him? Girl, bye. Hey, Cancer Queen, what did Beyonce do? I don't know. What did Beyonce? Beyonce? All my single ladies. Hey, read deeply. It's Hollywood. They've all been done something, Cancer Queen. Hey, Alina. The entire state of California is corrupt. Closest you'll get to hell on earth. It's disgusting. And all wealthy people got their money in disgusting ways. All. Hey, Harriet. I think it will be the IRS too. Yeah, Gleena says tax guys. Yes, ST. Yeah, that's why we need Erika to stay. She still has a story. Hey, Deb, you called this, Candy, in a previous video. Yep, that's how they got the Al Capone. Exactly. Al Capone. Yes, Al Capone. Hey, Bubbles. It's just maddening because due to her stature, they are getting away with a lot. And look at the broke working class that steal formula. I'm not saying it's right, but how do they go to jail for? I agree with that. It's like there's one law for the wealthy and one law for the poor. There's a lot of, poor people or people who don't have the means who go to jail for longer times for less. And then you have this man who is literally running a huge Ponzi scheme, and he's allowed to do it, literally for decades. And everybody knew. The state bar knew, and they still revered this man. It's disgusting. Hey, read deeply. Yes, Scott, even his daughter Victoria did a reality show, LOL, back in this day. Hey, Jersey Girl 18, meant to say, she not you, LOL, sorry, Candy, I don't want you in jail, laughing my A off. Oh, I know. Oh, trust me, I know, Erika. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. Hey, Bubbles. Years when they needed it, yet Erika is still on a TV show. Still on the TV show. This is the thing. Bravo is looking for that Jen Shah moment where she gets arrested on TV, where the feds come and they're on the Sprinter ban and it's on TV. You know what I mean? Hey, read deeply, but yes, they got the Capone that way too. Yep. Hey, Harriet, blackmail is a good way to keep people silent. 100%. 100%. Hey, Tiptoe Tracy, I wonder if Rena will be caught up with the no answer to the $5 million. Exactly. They need to subpoena Lisa Rinna. Why did she give you $5 million? Where did the $5 million go? Can you produce it? All of this stuff. It's a mess. It's a mess. Hey, Bubbles. And funny because he defended a scam, yet he was scamming others. That part. That part. Hey, April, Tom probably had more political pull, which is huge with appointing judges. That's right. And I love my mayor. I do. But he also had a huge uh, part in appointing, I'm sorry, my governor, Gavin Newsom. But he, gave a lot of donations to his political campaign, along with a lot of other politicians. You know what I mean? A lot of other politicians. Oh, thank you guys. Oh, I'm missing super chats. Thank you so, Brene Bell, for the super chat. She goes, hey, Candy Girl, about to become a member now. Oh, thank you. That is so sweet. That's right, you guys. Welcome. I still have to do you guys, I still have to do my members giveaway. So there's still a members giveaway going on. Go enter it if you haven't yet. I promise I'm gonna pick a winner. I'm gonna pick a winner. Thank you so much, Brene Bell, for becoming a YouTube member. I really, really appreciate it. That is so sweet. Thank you so much. Hey, Kathy, I think the FBI are investigating Tom and Erika, looking into what they did or are doing with the money. 100%. Hey, Miss T, she goes, thank you for the super chat. That's right. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. And thank you for becoming a member. Hey, Ray Deeply, it's turning me into a bona fide Christian. How scary is that? Hey, I may just disagree. So happy I caught alive. Hey, sweetheart. And this is about my favorite subject, law. Yes. Hey, Reese, Jay-Z had his side chick thrown off a roof. Beyonce knew, just saying. Ooh, not thrown off a roof. What happened? I may disagree, says, ooh, I know, ooh, Hey, Annette, she goes, he's very powerful. I don't see Erika in jail. She has powerful attorneys as well. That is why she acts as vile as she can. She only cares about Erika Jayne. Yes, see, that's the thing. I think Erika is acting like a woman who has an ace in the hole. She has access to money. I don't think she's destitute. I don't think she's poor. I think that they had multiple contingency plans, as we saw. Like who all of a sudden has access to account of over $500,000 just out of the blue randomly? You see what I'm saying? It was a contingency plan. And I think that they have multiple contingency plans, right? So, yeah. Okay. Hey, Reed, deeply disagree. What is it? I love the law and the world in the word play. It is a game of words. Yes. Hey, Miss T, if you love candy canes, like this live. All right, you guys, get those likes up. Get those likes up. We have well over 100 people in the chat. We should have well over 100 likes. Hey, Reed Deeply, how about Aaron Carter and his message to Kanye? Oh, rest in peace, Aaron. I don't want to talk about that's dark. Oh. Hey, Gleena, why didn't Andy investigate for Garcelle's son? Exactly. It was just such a double standard. They do an HR investigation into something Kathy Hilton allegedly said at a nightclub when the cameras were down and they weren't even filming, but yet they did no investigation into Bachgate against actual threats and actual racism against her son. I agree. It's a mess. It's a mess. Reed Deepy says, oh, how do we enter? Okay, so on the members only tab, it is posted in the community tab for members only, and it's on there. And all you have to do is comment on the post, and you'll be entered. Hey, Harriet, I agree that they are keeping Erika for the arrest on camera moment, 100%. Hey, Reed Deeply, I wasn't even kidding. These people have signed a pact. No, I believe you. Trust me, I believe you. I'm just trying not to get flagged on YouTube by saying certain words. If you say certain words on YouTube, they'll flag your account and they'll flag your videos. So I see you, Cancer Queen. I see you, Reed Deeply. I see you, Reese. I'm just trying not to get flagged. But thank you. I appreciate the comment. Hey, Kathy, I want Real Housewives of Beverly Hills to keep Erika, so when we watch the FBI, Homeland Security, State and Local Police to arrest her on TV. Yes. Hey, Tracy, I think Tom prepaid this guy. There is money hitting everywhere, so she can't be seen spending it. Exactly. They had multiple contingency plans. I think that there are multiple accounts. I think money is also hidden within certain artwork, certain pieces. It's a way for them to hide the money. Hey, Miss T, Erika will run out of money eventually. Hey, Jersey Girl, Tracy, I totally agree. Yes. All right, let's see what you guys are saying in the chat box. Hey, Harriet, on the reunion, Erika admitted to taking the blame for what Rinna did. Denise is admitting that she's dishonest. That's the thing. They get together, they make up these rumors and these weird storylines and all of that stuff, and they do lie for each other. They're like, you want to take this one? Should I take this one? All that stuff. It's absolutely crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Hey, read deeply. Did the housewives make a trip to Switzerland or Panama? That part. That part. Tracy says, liked and loaded. Thank you. Hey, Miss T, thoughts on why Andy is okay with Erika talking to him crazy? Andy is okay with Erika talking to him crazy because, one, I do believe the rumors that Tom Girardi did a favor for NBC Universal, and that's how Erika got on the show, and Andy probably knows that. I also think that Andy has always kind of been a pick-me when it comes to certain housewives. You know, I think he's a pick-me when it comes to Rinna and Erika and Kyle. Even Diana, he was kind of pick-me with them. You know, Andy has the smoke for certain people, but not all the people. Like, she's not my favorite person, but I think if Candace Bassett talked to him crazy from Potomac, he would have had all the smoke for Candace, but he didn't have any smoke for Erika. You see what I'm saying? It's like certain people he allows to disrespect, and then other ones he'll try and call them out. Hey, Crazy 8, Erika calls herself a quote pretty mess. I call her a pretty ugly mess. Bloop. Hey, Kathy, can you check your PayPal? I donated to your channel. Oh, thank you so much, Kathy. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for your donation. That means so much to me. I really, really appreciate it. So thank you, Kathy. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Hey, Ray Deeply. Sorry, love. Didn't mean to get dark or get you flagged. We all know what's up. Oh, no, it's all good. Like, keep it coming. Like, let me know. I'm just telling you why sometimes I might skip certain words or say certain words differently just because I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube. But I appreciate your comments. I appreciate them all coming. You know I'm a conspiracy nut, so let a girl know. I'll just do my best to say certain words because I don't want to get in trouble on YouTube. Hey, Misty, that's right. Thanks for the PayPal. Thank you. Hey, Tracy, I do think we know about Garcelle. I do think we know about Garcelle until she has it all figured out. She's a class act. That's right. That is right. She's going to come out when she has all her ducks in a row. Hey, Crazy 8, Andy Cohen is a creep. Bloop. Hey, Harriet, I think Tom's main plan is to slow down the legal process till he dies. I agree. And as every vile thing he's done, I wish death on no one. But I agree. I think he's just like, you know what? I'm in my 80s. I'm just going to ride this out. Let's just appeal, and until I'm out of here. Hey, Harriet, it was a typo. Erika admitted to being willing to be the fall guy to make a plan and stick to it. That's the thing. They've been exposed so much. Like, so much. It's not even funny. Deleted scene, uncut scenes, you know, fake accounts, fake Twitter accounts, fake Instagrams accounts, you know, lying and all this stuff. They have just been exposed so much. Hey, read deeply. Andy's moral scale is like a slide ruler, LOL. That part. Hey, Reese. He goes, Liz Cookin says that she has an expose of JC's girlfriend lined up and he had her silence the day before the interview. Wow. Hey, read deeply. I have to get a Venmo. I'm on it too. Oh, thank you guys. That's so sweet. I appreciate it. That's so sweet. But honestly, like, the best thing you guys can do is to like the video, subscribe, and share. Hey, I may just disagree. I think I've missed a lot. Replay gang, baby. Replay gang. Hey, Harriet, any products? Andy protects his pets over fan favorites. That part. LVP, Denise Richards, Kathy Hilton, etc. 100%. Hey, Miss T, so until Tom dies, we won't know the truth. That part. Hey, Gleena, Garza with the class. Yes, they tried, but you didn't break. She was strong all along. Very impressive. Oh, wait, Garcelle with the class. Yes, they tried to break her, but she was strong. 100%. Yes. Hey, read deeply. It makes me feel bad, though. This can't be much fun for Garcelle. You saw the pain on her face. Like, you saw the pain on her face. Poor baby. Misty, Erika is not a good singer or liar. That part. Or actress. She's horrible. Hey, Karen says, hi, Candy. Hey, sweetheart. How are you? Harry said, add Miss. I've been talking for a long time. Hey, Carla, clearly there's a problem when Andy will let Erika say a slur right to his face. Yeah. Why did she say the full word? You know what I mean? Yay! Thank you, Tracy Girl. Like and subscribe. Thank you. Yeah, Erika, the full word fell out of her mouth a little too easily. She did not have to say the full word. I agree. Hey, Crazy 8. Erika and Rena look like 80-year-old Muppets on the reunion show. Not 80-year-old Muppets. Hey, read deeply, Miss T. That one face she makes in the show's intro video was really scary. Ooh, very scary. Hey, Jersey Girl 18, meant to say I liked, subscribed, and shared. Thank you, sweetheart. That's the way to do it. Hey, Caramel Kisses. I still think Tom has generational ties that go back far. That's how he's able to be on top and have so many favors. Tom is not new on the block. I agree. Tracy is saying yes, Crizzy, 100%. Hey, Divine Greatness. Hey, are you going to start covering rhobh? And Andy definitely has his favorites. Yes, I do cover rhobh. Go back and watch some of the videos. I definitely cover rhobh, 100%. All right, you guys, I'm going to do a couple more and then we'll wrap it up. Hey, Read Deeply, welcome to the blessed place on the internet. Bloop, bloop. Hey, Harriet, I wonder if Andy got any gifts from Tom and Erika. Well, remember when Erika was supposed to give his son Benjamin stocks in Disney, but then Andy came out and said, oh no, she never gave us the stocks, blah, 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 blah. So whether she gave him the stocks or not, we don't know, but she was supposed to give the son stocks in Disney. Hey, Pamela Brown, I think more things are going to come out from the court case reason the Girardis, 100%. Hey, Jersey Girl 18, it didn't say catch Erika in one of these cases and she was pretending to be Erika White. I remember hearing it somewhere on YouTube. Yeah, that's the case that was supposed to be for like $27.4 billion with like the Spelling Mansion. And it was supposed to be like the agency and Hilton Highland and Mauricio and Rick and Tom and Erika and all that stuff. We haven't really heard anything much since that press release was out. So that's still up in the air, but that's what that case was talking about. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. Good vibes. Yes. Hey, Erika thinks she can Erika thinks she can say it because she performed that music at Gay Pride, that part. And just because you're an alleged ally doesn't mean you can say the word. No, you cannot. That's right. Hey, Kathy, Real Andy said, an executive producer said, Rena knows how things work on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. If it's not recorded, it didn't happen. What is she doing to Kathy is disgraceful. Production supports Kathy. 100%. It's very clear, as they should. Reed Deeply says, wow, Kathy. Yes. Hey, Tracy. Okay, well, let me just say, Candy, you are the best of the best. Good night, everybody. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Miss T, I thought Andy could take the gift. That part. Exactly. Hey, Only by Grace conspiracy theory. Garcelle's investigation is completed. She handed him over to Bravo. Now Real Housewives of Bravo on pause. True. Very true. Jersey Girl says, good night, everybody. That's right, you guys. Good night. All right. Yes. I love it. Okay. Old bat can't sing. Miss D says Andy couldn't take gifts. I mean, I think that the Real House were able to give him gifts for like the baby shower. Remember they had that huge baby shower for him? So who knows? Hey, Tracy, that was the Phipps case. Yep, here in Florida. Let me tell you every name that he said on that report. I know the names here in Florida. Wow. That's crazy. Pamela says, thank you for your hard work, Candy. You are so welcome. Reed Deeply says, Erika doesn't care about gay people. She is a coat writer, 100%. She appropriates the culture, the gay culture for her own gain. Hey, Caramel Kisses. I dislike when people use certain groups in derogatory ways and so justify it because they are a part of it. It says more about their grift or character. Yeah, and that's the thing. Erika is not a part of the gay community. Just because you play at a gay club doesn't make you gay. You know what I mean? Like, that's not, she's just dead wrong for what she said. It's horrible. All right, you guys. So we are going to get out of here, but this was so much fun. As always, you guys, I want to know what you guys think. Put it down in the comment box below. What do you think about Erika Jayne Girardi? Do you think she will ever face true justice? What do you think about Tom Girardi? And do you think he's just, running down the clock, unfortunately, literally on his life with, all of the cases. He just kind of wants to like run the court's time out until he dies. I mean, it sounds so morbid to say that. It's an icky feeling, but it kind of seems that's what he's doing. And also, what do you think about the California State Bar coming out and saying, listen, we effed up. We allowed this corruption to go on. We had over 205 complaints about this man, and yet we still let him have a legal law license literally up until 5 months ago. He was literally in the elderly home having a legal license, but whatever. I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. But before you do that, you guys know what to do. Go ahead and like this video and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend because a key is always better with community. Check out our description box down below and shop our love collection. And if you feel so inclined, you can always send me a little super thanks. So with that, you guys, I love you. Have a great Sunday night. Have a great Sunday night. Oh no, the Sunday scaries. But have a great Sunday night, you guys. I love you, and I will talk to you later. Bye.
Welcome to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care, where your host, writer, actor, and producer Candy Washington helps you live a more joyful life with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. Be sure to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and join the conversation on Instagram @Candy Washington. Let's go.